And we're back with the shark scale. What are we looking at today? Today, we are looking at Blue Demon. Yeah, the Blue Demon. I wonder, what is the Blue Demon? Well, judging from this, or what movies I've been looking at the last year or so, I think I could take a guess as to what the Blue Demon is. But regardless, let's just get right into the movie.
Man, the story of this movie is something that sounds about as generic as it is. Basically, the government is looking for a new way to stop underwater threats towards the US. And what better way to do that than by having our favorite underwater creatures protect the US of A? Well, absolutely nothing can go wrong at all. Yeah, nothing will go wrong. No chance. The way this story pans out is exactly, and I mean exactly, as you would expect. There is not one part of the movie that is unpredictable. If you have seen any movie with a monster or a shark, you will be able to guess it all. I was so unimpressed with this plot that honestly, it was impressive. With how many times I was just like, oh my god, is this movie over? Or where I knew what was gonna happen well before it even happened. This plot was that bad. I really just don't have any words for it at this point. So I'm just gonna go to the next part. The shark screen time that is present in this movie is average to under average. The sharks show up a decent amount of times, but they aren't actually doing anything a majority of the time. They are just seen moving. But in terms of how long they are on screen, it was decent. It wasn't like they were barely on screen, but the focus here is on the humans. Like, the sharks are just there. They aren't actually doing a single thing, honestly. The humans do everything in the movie. So much so, I would say this is a human movie with sharks in it, as opposed to it being a shark movie with humans in it. So while their screen time might not be totally awful, it's not quality screen time here. It's not even good screen time. It's quantity over quality for sure, but again, it's borderline nothing. The kills that are present in the movie are a joke. I think there are 4. I'm not even kidding. Maybe 5. It's on one hand, that's for sure, and it's a joke. There is not a single good quality kill here, and I'll be honest, there's not a single good kill in the movie, of anyone, even the sharks themselves. They were just ultra generic and just bland. I was not happy. I wasn't even content with a single one. I was just predictable, boring, lame, generic, uninspired, insert negative connotation. That's what it was. There wasn't enough of them. There wasn't enough shown, and I was just really unimpressed. I was legitimately falling asleep during most of the movie, including these kills. And that's a good statement on, all of the kills. They're just sleep-inducing. I don't know how anyone would find these not boring, honestly. Maybe it was if it was your first shark movie ever. But if that's the case, why the hell are you watching Blue Demon? No, they were just crap. And then the CGI on the sharks, yeah, it's pretty piss poor. Well, the models, I will say, look decent enough. The CGI has inconsistent animation frames. What I mean is that some of them move at different frames as opposed to the whole movie, making the entire thing look choppy and janky. The animation was just awful, really. And it's not even that it's early 2000s animation. Even for early 2000s animation, this movie looked terrible. Dark Waters, which came out a year earlier, at least had decent enough CGI, and it looked much better than anything this movie has to offer. I can't even believe I'm praising Dark Waters, a movie I gave a 1 out of 5 on the shark scale. But even that movie has better CGI than this one. It's just bad. There's no ifs, buts, nothing. There's no excuse here. The CGI is awful, even for the time. It's not like these sharks are doing anything intense or difficult to animate when compared to other shark movies. No, these sharks are literally just swimming around. There's nothing else to it. And whenever they do decide to attack, the movie goes all in slow-mo and makes it really blurry and shaky to hide the fact that the animation is truly terrible. They are like literally trying to hide how bad the animation is with all these effects, but I'm not falling for it. Just like the rest of this movie so far, it sucks. And that's my resentment for anything related to the sharks. Okay, so since it's such a human movie, maybe the acting is okay in the movie, or at least passable. No, you'd be wrong, but I mean, what'd you really expect at this point? The acting is really not good on any level. Like, maybe if it was like porn acting, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty alright, but when is she gonna suck his dick or something? Like, a shark porno? Does that exist? If one exists, like, should I look at it for the... You guys let me know. Should I look at a shark porno? Honestly, though, everyone in this movie is just uninspired. We're going back to the movie. Some of the women at the beginning of this movie have, like, the cheesiest dialogue with just terrible execution. The boss that is presented in the movie is the butt of a few jokes because he's short, like how high his desk is. But his acting does him no favors, that's for sure. In fact, many of the characters in this movie try to be memorable or silly in some way, each of them having their own little quirks, usually accompanied by some cheesy-ass music. The main characters are the people who try the most, and they're still just as bad as pretty much everyone else. Like, there's just really nothing positive here when it comes to the acting either. I just don't think any of it was really good or even funny or memorable. Like maybe it was kind of memorable because it was so bad, but is that a good thing? And this brings us to the conclusion. There is nothing positive here with this movie. Like, not even the sharks could save this movie. It is truly terrible. I didn't think it could get any worse than Dark Waters so soon, but no, this movie is actually worse than Dark Waters. Don't get me wrong, they're both shit, but Dark Waters had at least one funny moment to it. This movie has literally nothing at all. Literally nothing. I would have better suited my time doing anything else. Like, writing this review feels more accomplishing than watching the whole movie, because I just feel like I wasted my time watching it. It was bad on so many levels. The acting was crap, the sharks were crap, the story was crap, the ending is really crap. Like, there is nothing good here. There's not even anything close to good. The way that, like, maybe when the sharks show up, like, maybe that's okay in terms of quantity there, but that's literally the only thing I can think of that puts anything positive in the movie's favor. I did not have a good time watching this, was frequently checking my phone for how much longer I had left to the movie, and I just wanted to get on with my life. Like, I tried to go into this one positively, but as you can tell, I just completely ripped a new asshole for this movie because it's a waste of time. It's easily in my top 3 worst shark movies I've ever seen. Like, it is rivaling the #1 spot with 2 other movies. Like, it is really bad. So it's really obvious what it's getting on the shark scale. It gets a 1 out of 5 on the shark scale. It is shark shit. Waste of time. Do not watch. Literally, almost any other shark movie is better than this movie. This movie was getting up there close to getting a 0 out of 5, but there are sharks in it enough to where I can give it a 1 out of 5. But I did not like this movie one bit. But I had to watch it from my wonderful ocean of fans, and I can tell you guys it's not worth the time. After this video, never think about this movie again. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you can tell, I've started up the Patreon again. I've got a Twitter now if you want to follow that. I'm going to start posting some weird stuff on that or whatever. I'll see you guys on the next obscure-ass shark movie I look at. So, thank you guys. Have a nice day.